All right. Hello and a very good evening to all of you guys. All right, guys. So we'll get started right away. A very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Chandan. This session is an introduction to digital marketing, and you'll basically be getting to know about this course that this master's program in digital marketing that EduPristine is offering. So I'll take you through the slides that will go over the program curriculum, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them via the questions panel. So the question is digital marketing really for everyone? And this session will probably help you, answer that question as well. So, convenient enough, the next two slides that we have here basically point to the same thing that we just saw. I have a business in digital marketing. I have a business. Is digital marketing useful to me? Can I do it on my own? People who are working with some companies, they have a similar question. And of course, we have students who also want to know if digital marketing has any sort of scope for them, and also the all-important question as to what's the starting salary. Okay, so hopefully this session will help you answer all these questions. A lot of you guys are probably already here because you already know that digital marketing is really exciting, and it has a lot of potential, and hopefully this session will further substantiate that point. Okay. So yes, digital marketing is something that that anybody can pursue, and depending on what goals you have or what you want from life in general, I think digital marketing can always help you out. And one of the main reasons why this is so is the way in which internet has basically become such a powerful force in anybody's life right now. Across any country, across the entire world. Internet is something which has really connected people, okay, and every business is going online. Everyone who wants to reach out to other people, look out to the internet. In India itself, the growth rate of internet is 40%, which is much higher than the global average of 9%. Okay, and on an average, an internet user in India spends roughly about 2.2 hours on the internet as compared to just 1.2 hours on the television. So, of course, internet is where everybody is, and everybody wants to be on the internet. Whether you are promoting your business and services, or whether you are looking for some business or services. Also, it's a promising future as far as digital marketing is concerned, and this slide here pretty much brings that to point, because some of the biggest expenses from companies are basically happening in the digital marketing sector. And here's a breakdown of how much companies are spending spending on digital marketing across all the different industries. So you can see that a majority of it is, of course, by e-commerce industry, and then we've got startups or apps. We've got media and entertainment. We've got retail. We've got education, healthcare, travel, real estate. So just about any niche that you can think of. A large part of their expenses are basically happening on the digital marketing. Are basically happening on digital marketing, and when they are spending so much on digital marketing, they of course require people who can actually carry out these digital marketing activities. Okay, so most businesses these days, just about any business that you can think of today, is spending a substantial amount of money on digital marketing, and either they are doing it themselves. I mean, they're hiring people who can carry out digital marketing activities from them, or they're outsourcing it to other agencies and other companies which are carrying out these activities. But the core of the matter is that everybody is spending on digital marketing, and we need people who can actually carry out these activities. And looks like there's a question. Vikram has a question. What's the difference between e-commerce and digital marketing? Both are same or different? Well, these are different things. E-commerce is basically, an activity where you try to sell products online, okay? And digital marketing is basically a strategy that applies to any business, okay? Be it e-commerce, be it, somebody, maybe a blogger, he can also do digital marketing, or a company that's into SaaS software, for example, they can carry out digital marketing. So these are two different things. E-commerce is basically, a company which is trying to sell its products or services online, while digital marketing is a much bigger strategy that applies to any industry. Okay, so you might be a blogger publishing content online, or you might be trying to sell something online, or you may have a business that you want to promote online. You can still carry out digital marketing. Prachi has a question: what kinds of skills are required? So yes, that's what this PPT is all about. We'll go through all the different aspects of digital marketing, and hopefully you guys will understand what it is. So a lot of questions here. Gulam says, what is the role of digital marketing in pharma field? Ashwar has a question. I'm an engineering graduate and I'm interested in digital marketing. How can I learn it? All right, guys. So you know what? Just hang on for a while. We have just started off. Let me cover some of the points on the PPT, which will hopefully answer a lot of these questions. And then towards the end, we have a bigger question answer session where you can actually ask all the questions. Once you have, I'm pretty sure that once you've seen the PPT, most of your questions will be answered. And if you still have some, we'll answer them towards the end. So as of now, if you have a question on what I'm talking right about on the slide that is in front of you, please please ask questions on that only right now, and then once we are done with the PPT, we can answer all kinds of questions. Is that okay? All right. So continuing on. So the question is, what is digital marketing? And so, just about now, somebody had this question. So digital marketing is basically the promotion of products or services via one or more forms of electronic media, and roughly known as the internet. So whenever you're trying to promote your products or services online, you basically are indulging in digital marketing. Okay, and the activities are you're not really and it's not limited to just selling something online. Okay, so you may see companies like Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal, they try to promote their e-commerce products, right? And by the way, these are examples of e-commerce companies. Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, these are e-commerce sites. Or maybe there's a company that's trying to sell its own products or its own services, or there may be a blogger, just writing about stuff. There could be somebody who loves to share articles on cooking, for example. They're not trying to sell anything, they're just selling information online, right? They're just promoting content, for example, or bloggers from any niche, so they are just writing content online. So digital marketing is something that is required by any of these people. They want to promote their websites online or their services online, they have to indulge in digital marketing. Yeah, Flipkart no more, because yes, it looks like Walmart is almost buying it away. But as of now, it's still there, and it will still exist even after Walmart completes the purchase. Okay, so Karan says recent news is 77% share. Yeah, so they're buying all these shares. Hopefully they will not just kill the site. Flipkart will still remain. It's just that the ownership will get transferred to Walmart. Anyway, so so digital marketing consists of a number of different activities. There are a lot of strategies that will come across in digital marketing that you can use to promote your website or your products and services online. Okay, and these are some of these main main activities, the main strategies that you will see in digital marketing. So you might have heard of some of these, and in this class we'll actually try and elaborate on all of these points. So there's search engine optimization, or SEO. Okay, there's search engine marketing, also known as SEM. We have web analytics, we have social media, we have email marketing, we have mobile marketing, we have funnel and optimization, we have programmatic buying, and we have tools like HubSpot. Okay, so now if you have heard of some of these, well and good. If you haven't, no worries, because I'll talk about all of these in detail today. So you'll exactly get to know what are these activities that we carry out in digital marketing, and what do all of these things mean? So SEO, SEM, web analytics, social media, mobile marketing. If you haven't heard of them before, you'll pretty much get to know them after this slide is concluded. Nishant has a question. What about content marketing? Yes, we haven't really listed it out here, but content marketing is actually something which is the basis of almost everything right here. So whether it's SEO, whether it's SEM, whether it's social media, at the foundation there's content marketing. We are basically even with SEO, what we are doing is we are promoting content. But again, I'll come back to it as we go through these slides. So for those of you who are again, there's a question from Safar, which is what is a programmatic buying? Like I said, Safar, we'll go through all of them, so don't worry about it. We'll go through all of these. So everything that you see in this slide here, we'll go through all of them. Don't worry. So again, we have questions around what each of these things are. So some people are asking what's HubSpot and what's programmatic buying. So don't worry, we'll go through all of them. The rest of the slides are basically going to talk about all of these activities. So don't worry about it. Right, so now to make this a little bit simpler for you guys to understand, especially for those of you who are new to this, so mostly the students out there who are kind of considering what digital marketing is and whether they should be pursuing it. To make it easier for you guys, let's do it in as practical a way as possible. Okay, so we'll actually start thinking of everything from a digital marketing or a digital marketer's point of view. Okay, so I'll go ahead with a sort of a case study, an example. Akash has a question. Please make it full screen. Okay, all right, I'll do that. All right, so hope that works for you better. Right, so what we're going to do is we are going to basically think of ourselves as a digital marketer and look at a practical scenario and look at a practical situation which will give you an insight into how digital marketers work and the different activities that digital marketer carry out. Okay, so here's a case study for you. So let's assume that there's a company, there's a B2C company. B2C stands for business to consumers. So sites or companies which are directly dealing with customers, they are B2C companies. We also have B2B companies, for example, where businesses directly deal with other businesses. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about B2C. So Flipkart or Amazon, for example, it's a B2C company where it's a business directly dealing with its customers. Okay, so let's assume that you are working for a B2C company, and the company is an education startup company. Okay, so it's a startup company and it's dealing mainly with education. It provides trainings for professional courses, much like what EduPristine does. EduPristine is not a startup anymore, but assume that there's a company which is a startup and it it provides training for professional courses. And since it's a startup, they have limited funds for marketing. Okay, it's a true story with any startup. So they're always cash strapped unless they've got a big funding behind them. Chances are that most startups have limited funds, and therefore they can allocate very little for marketing. Okay, their objective is lead generation. So so all of you understand what lead generation is, or anybody can tell me what lead generation is? So Ashwarya has a question, give an example of B2B. Well, Alibaba used to be a B2B where they used to deal directly with businesses. India Mart, for example, it deals directly with retailers and other businesses. And there are software companies which sell software to other companies, other businesses, basically. So those are B2B companies again. All right, so my question was, who can tell me what lead generation is? So there are a few answers. Nishat, Sabah says driving traffic. Nishat says potential customer. And Shefali says lead generation, new business, which will bring in revenue. Basically driving traffic to websites. Not really. Driving traffic to website is is not really lead generation to be precise. So lead generation is, so for any company, if they want to do business, they have to have contacts of people, some way, contacts of prospects, people who are most likely to buy from them, okay? And the act of collecting this information is basically called lead generation, okay? So in some ways, yes, lead generation is directly related to driving traffic to the website because you are able to generate leads only after traffic or people reach your website. But lead generation effectively starts after that. So once people land on your website, not everybody is going to buy from that website, right? It's a fact. So at least not in the first instance itself, right? So you may be sending a lot of traffic to a website, but chances are that a majority of them will actually leave the website without buying anything. So your job is basically to ensure that you maximize your revenues, you maximize your conversions, and therefore you try to somehow capture the contact information of these people so that even though they are not buying, eventually you may be able to reach out to them via email or via phone or some other method to bring them back onto the website and get them to buy. Okay, so lead generation is basically the act of gathering information of interested people who are most likely to buy. Okay, that's what lead generation is. So let me give you an example. You guys, for example, this is a perfect example of lead generation. You guys are interested in digital marketing course, right? And you are attending this this webinar right now. So you are leads for EduPristine right now. You're somebody who has already raised their hand. You've already showed your interest in digital marketing, for example. Okay, so you are you are valuable leads for EduPristine, for us right now, because we have your contact now, and we know that you are the right people who are interested in actually in digital marketing, as opposed to just trying to chances are very high that most of you guys will be going ahead and signing up for a digital marketing course. So you guys are leads for us, as opposed to if I just go down, for example, stand out on the street and start catching random people and asking them, would you like to learn digital marketing? You can imagine what the result will be, right? I can probably stand the whole day and I'll probably not even find one person interested in digital marketing, right? So that's not so there I'm not talking to leads. Okay, here you guys are leads because you guys have shown an interest in this. Okay, so lead generation is basically the art of or the act of finding relevant, interested people who have shown some interest in your products or services, or in other words, people who are most likely to buy from you. Okay, so again, so the objective of this company is to generate leads, and the problem that this company faces, it's a startup, right? It has just started off, so they do not have any digital presence in the internet world right now. So nobody has heard of them. Nobody, or very few people know of them. And when you go on the internet, they're very hard to find right now because they are new. So you as a digital marketer have this challenge in front of you as to how to make this what would be the steps that you do so that you can help the company generate more leads. Okay, you'll also have to focus on answering questions like what's the customer journey and how you'll optimize it via digital marketing. Okay, so this is the problem scenario. So and this is something which and this is the kind of work that digital marketers do. They're faced with situations like this, and this is just one typical example, but this will help you understand how digital marketers really work or what happens in the digital marketing industry. Okay, so all of you understand the situation here, the problem statement, and everything in the slide. Is this clear as to what the objective is? All right, so one person says yes. Come on, guys. I hope all of you guys are participating. Okay, so a few more yeses coming in. Sava says yes. Nishad says yes. Okay, and a lot more yeses. Okay, thank you, Shefali, Jiva, Aishwarya, all of you. All right, great. So let's go on. Okay, so customer journey, now before you get started, you have to, as a marketer, you really have to understand the customer journey. In some places, it's also known as the marketing funnel, basically. And let me kind of go ahead and show it to you. So I need something to scribble on, so I'll use Photoshop as a tool that I can use to I can use as a whiteboard. Let's go for print. All right. Okay, so hope you guys can see this. So for marketers, there's one thing that they need to really understand, before as they start promoting any product or service, is how the journey of the customer looks like, and for that we need to also understand what does a marketing funnel looks like. Okay, a marketing funnel is basically the series of steps that any person takes before he buys anything from anybody. Okay, and this is how it looks like. And sorry for my drawing skills, because right now I'm trying to draw with this mouse, which makes it look like, which is really difficult actually, because it's almost like trying to draw with a bar of soap. But in any person's buying stage, whenever anyone buys something, they typically he or she typically goes through these 5 stages. Okay, so it's called, the first step is called awareness, and I'll explain this in just a moment. Then we've got interest. Then we've got learning. And then we've got shopping. And then we've got buy. Okay, if you think about it, and there's a comment again. Yeah, Nisha, that's a different way of representing it, so I'll come back to that. So yeah, so these are the 5 main stages that anybody goes through before buying anything, right? So before, so think of yourself. How do you buy some stuff? Especially if there's something new that comes off, how do you go ahead and or what are the main stages that you go through before you buy something? So the first stage is awareness. So before somebody can buy something, they have to be aware of that product or service. They have to be aware that this product or service exists, right? You cannot buy something if you're not aware of its existence. So the first stage is awareness. And as a marketer, you have to make people aware of your products and services, right? And that's typically done through ads and some other things. But the first stage is awareness. When people become aware of that product or service, some of them may get interested into it, right? Not all of them, but some of them may actually feel that this is what they really need, and they may want to pursue more. Okay, so they become interested in it. Once people become interested in it, they might want to learn more about it, right? They might want to understand a bit more about how the product works and so on, what the reviews are and so on. Okay, and once they have finally learned enough about it, and they know that this is what they really need, they may go ahead and buy it. Okay, so these are the 5 stages. I mean, think about it. Let's say there's a new phone in the market, and you just saw an ad talking about that particular phone, right? So you became aware of that particular phone. Once you became aware, you might think that, okay, this looks good, this might be interesting, and you may want to know more about it, right? So that's when you get interested about it. Once you have once you get interested in that particular phone, you start doing a bit more research into it, right? You start looking at its technical specifications. You start going to sites like Amazon and checking out what other people have said about the phone. You go to YouTube or some other places and watch video reviews about that particular phone. And finally, once you've decided that you really want to get the phone, you get into the shopping phase, right? You look for the best option or best place to buy it. So whether you should buy it from Flipkart or Amazon or eBay or some other place, or or maybe you want to go ahead and buy it from a local shop, and finally you go ahead and buy it, right? So these are the 5 stages which anybody goes through. There are a couple of comments in here. Okay, I'll answer those a little bit later on because they're not directly related to what we have right now. So guys, I said this before, any question which is not pertaining to what we are doing right now, please ask them in the question answer session. Okay, so does this make sense? Everybody understand now what these 5 stages of a marketing funnel look like? Is this clear? All right, so here's my question to you guys. Why did I make this, why did I make it look like this? Why did I make it like why did I make it look like an inverted triangle? So who can tell me that? Why I didn't do it like, one step-by-step thing like this? So here's awareness, and then they become, interested, and then they start to learn about it, and then they go to shopping and then buying and so on. Why did not I make it into a linear step like this? Yeah, so Abhishek got the right answer. Yes, Akash also got the right answer. Jiva got it too. Yeah, so most of you are getting it right. So yes, this is actually a funnel, and this is a leaky funnel. Okay, so what happens is people enter, here at the top. So people might see some ad or something, or they might search for something, and they might find a website, and they land on the website. That's how they become aware of it. What happens is at every stage, people fall off the funnel. Okay, so let's take a random example here. Let's say 1,000 people became aware, saw this ad and became aware of the product and service. Out of that, let's say 70 people dropped away, and only 30 people showed interest in that particular product and service. From that, let's say another 10 people dropped away, and 60 people decided to go ahead and learn more about it. From that, let's say another 20 people decided to, kind of go away. Okay, that makes it all 100, so let's make it 10. So another 10 left here at this point, and let's say 5 people left at this point. So eventually, out of these 1,000 people, only 5 went ahead and bought the product or service, right? So 5 people just converted out of these 1,000 people, and therefore it looks like an inverted funnel because more people enter it, but very few people leave out of it. So in an ideal world, a funnel would be like this, right? Perfectly horizontal, perfectly parallel, but that doesn't happen. Okay, it will never be a situation where everyone who comes on your website buys it. So this will never happen, and this is the reality. Okay. Right. So that's what a customer journey is, and as digital marketers, you need to be, you guys need to be aware of what phase a particular person is in, what stage a person is in. Okay, because let's say if somebody is in the awareness stage right now, and if you directly start pitching a sale to him, if you directly start calling him up and asking him to buy the product, what will happen? So let's say you just learned about this brand new phone which has come in the market. You just came to know about it. You know nothing about it, and then suddenly a salesman gives you a call asking you to buy that particular phone. What would you do? How would you feel? That's my question. Karan says we would not buy. All right. How about the rest of you? Yeah, Palak absolutely hits the nail hard. He says would first research, and that's exactly the point today. Because of the advent of internet, people today or customers today are very much, and this is a word I would like to use, people today are extremely empowered. Okay, so they know where to do their research. Okay, people today know where to find answers to their question. People don't just are not ready to listen to sales people today. Most of your research is done online. Places where you can go and read reviews about it. You know how to hunt for more information on the internet, and therefore nobody can take you for a ride these days. Okay, so your job as a digital marketer is to make sure that your marketing goals or your marketing strategies align with whatever stage a person is in. So if somebody is in the awareness stage, your job as a digital marketer is to give him access to content which which actually makes this person more get more interested in this. You don't want to sell him. You don't want to start giving him content regarding buying right now. You want to basically, let me change the color. You basically want to give him content which takes him from this stage to the next stage. Okay, so for example, and this is where and this is the core of content marketing. Content marketing is a very powerful force when it comes to digital marketing. Is one of the most important aspects of digital marketing. And what content marketing requires is that you understand the stage of the funnel in which a person is in, and therefore you can actually drive people slowly through through each of these stages one by one. Somebody is interested in something, aware of something, you make him more interested by giving him content about that particular product. Somebody is interested in it and want to learn more about it, give him that content. Give him technical specifications. Give him content on comparison of this phone with some other phone. Give him articles on why this phone is better than some of the other phones. Give him technical specifications and so on. So this is what the job of a marketer is. Okay, so I think this is the right time where I can kind of ask you another question. What do you think marketing is? I'm not talking about digital marketing only. I'm just talking about what do you feel marketing is, or what do you feel marketing should be? So Abhishek says creating awareness. Ankit says journey from awareness to acceptance. Palak says promoting the product so it hits the right audience. Yeah, so most of you are getting the right idea here. But if you ask me, and specifically it's true about digital marketing. So in fact, let's call it digital marketing. So digital marketing, to me, it's all about sending the right message to the right person at the right time. Okay, so this is what digital marketing is, and this is what should be the goal of every digital marketer today. Okay, and let me give that to you with a little example. Let me actually go here. So let's say I go to google.com and I search, and let's say I'm hungry right now. I do something like buy pizza online, for example. Okay, and when I search for buy pizza online, what happens? Of course, I get all the results, but right here at the top, you'll see that there are these three ads right here, right? So we got ads from Zomato, we got ads from Swiggy, and we got an ad from Tossin Pizza, right? And a lot of times you'll see ads from Pizza Hut or Domino's and so on. But look at this, you search for something, and this is a perfect example of what I just showed you right now. Sending the right message to the right person at the right time. And this is what is being practiced by these three guys right now, Zomato, Swiggy, and Tossin Pizza. So right message. So right now I'm feeling hungry, right? And I'm searching for a pizza, and I get this: order pizza online up to 200 rupees off, 33% off on pizzas, flat 10% off on the first order, right? So it's an ad about pizza. I'm hungry, I'm looking for a pizza, and I'm getting an ad which talks about pizza, right? So it's a right message to me. Is it the right person? Is it targeting the right person? Yes. The ad is being shown to me, who is currently hungry and is looking for a pizza, right? So this is a perfect message for me right now. And is it the right time? Yes. I'm looking for a pizza right now, and I'm seeing an ad for pizza right here. Okay. So this is a perfect example of how digital marketing is all about sending the right message to the right person at the right time. Think about television, for example, or think about the radio, for example. It's never going to happen that you start to feel hungry, and the moment you feel hungry, the TV starts to show you an ad about a pizza, right? That will never happen. It's only something which is possible with digital marketing. And the best thing about digital marketing is that you're able to actually do this, send the right message to the right person at the right time. And when you're doing this, you're not really showing an ad to someone. Okay, this to me right now, I mean, if I was really hungry and if I was really looking for a pizza right now, these are not ads to me. These are these are bits of information for me. This is something that I really wanted to see right now. Okay, so this is the difference between marketing and doing, doing actual marketing, which is and when you do real marketing, when you do it the right way, you will not be advertising to them. You will be actually sending them information. Let me give you another example. Let's a very quick one. Let's say going on a very long drive, for example. Okay, you started in your car and you are driving through a road. It's a nice pleasant weather and you're going on the road, and then there are a lot of billboards on the way, right? And most of us tend to not focus on these billboards, right? Most of us don't remember all the billboards, all the ads that we see on the way from home to office or from home to school or home to college, right? We don't bother about that. So similarly, you're driving and there are a lot of these ads passing by, and just look, and you're kind of ignoring them because our brains are basically, designed to filter out any advertisements these days. We are bombarded with so much ads that we tend to not look at them. But let's say after driving for a couple of hours, you start to feel hungry, okay? What do you do at that point in time? You actually start looking at those billboards now, right? Because you're feeling hungry and now you want information. You're looking for these billboards because you want to understand if there's a hotel or a dhaba nearby that you can, buy something from, right? So at that point in time, if you see an ad from a billboard from KFC or from Haldiram, for example, you will be actually happy to see that, right? That's not an ad for you at that time. That's actually a piece of information from you, okay? And that is what digital marketing should be. And if you understand your customer very well, if you understand the customer journey very well, and if you're able to understand what stage of the journey that customer is in, you'll be able to give him just the right kind of information, which will help him go on to the next stage, and it will be very easy for you to convert that person eventually. And that is what digital marketing is all about. Does it make sense? All right, so lots of yeses. So yeah, I hope I was able to make it clear for you. So let's go on ahead. All right, so we have this problem situation that we just saw, and we also now understand what the customer journey is and how, and the need to understand the customer journey. So what are the main things that a digital marketer would do? Okay, typically it always starts off with the website, right? If it's a business, chances are that it already either has a website or it's getting a website done. If it's a brand new business, chances are that the website is being designed right now. Okay, so if you already don't have a website, of course you'll be creating a new website. And since we're talking about this brand new startup, and they do not have any digital presence as of now. So for them, the first step would of course be to create a new website. Okay, so where does a digital marketer fit into the website? You might you might think that a website is something that is that has to do with graphic designers or website designers and developers. Where would a marketer fit in? Actually, a website is the biggest tool that any digital marketer can have, okay? And therefore, it's really important that a digital marketer aligns themselves or understands how the website is structured and how and all the different properties of a website, okay? So some things that a digital marketer has to worry about are whether the website that is being designed is mobile friendly or mobile responsive and user friendly or not. Okay, so mobile responsive, what does that mean? What does a mobile responsive website mean? I guess most of you know that. Anybody here who does not know what a mobile responsive means? Okay, Nishat says, I don't know. Okay, so the trend these days is to design websites which open up properly irrespective of any device. Okay, you guys already know that today people are accessing information or websites via multiple devices. Sometimes you try to access these websites on a desktop computer, sometimes on a laptop, sometimes on a tablet, sometimes on a mobile device, and even when it comes to mobile devices, they are like thousands of different sizes and shapes, right? So a mobile responsive website basically makes sure that the website loads properly on any device. Okay, it does not matter whether it's a desktop or a laptop or any other device. So to give you a quick example, I could just open up any website. So this one, for example. And most websites these days are being designed in a responsive fashion. So this is a website here, and if I and it looks fine on my desktop right now. I have a pretty wide 30-inch website desktop right now. It's working fine over there. But if I start to change the size of this browser, and let's do it like this. So this is currently how it looks like on a desktop. If I start decreasing size, you see the content start to kind of readjust themselves. And to whatever size I go in, the website looks completely all right. So the content, the images or the text, they start to kind of adjust and distribute itself, around on the page. So this is typically how it would look like on a tablet. And you see that it loads perfectly fine on a tablet resolution also. And if I change it into something like a mobile device, oops. Okay, so this is typically how it would look like on a mobile device. You see that it works perfectly all right. It looks very different. The content has readjusted itself, but there are no problems with navigating the website. You see the menu system has collapsed into this icon here. I can close it off, and if I so see up to this point we have enough room for the entire menu to show. But once I get any less than that, at this point, you see there's not much room for the entire menu to fit in. So the moment I go any smaller than this, the menu collapses into this. So these are all properties of a mobile responsive website. So this website has been designed so that it works properly on any device. And in today's time, it's absolutely crucial that your website is mobile responsive. And I guess all of you know the reason why, right? Because all of us tend to access these websites at multiple times from multiple devices. They should also be user-friendly so that people can actually find what they need, and should have a good user interface. So again, a typical example would be, let's say, Amazon, for example. If I need to buy, let's say a keyboard for my desktop, for example, I would know exactly where to go. I would just go to the category. I would go to, let's say, mobiles and computers. Come on. And then I would go to all computers and accessories, and from there I know that I can find all the keyboards and mice that I need for my computer, right? Because it's a properly designed website. The navigation has been designed very intelligently. It has they have categorized stuff properly, so that navigating on this website is very simple. I know exactly where to go to find something, or I can just search for something right here and find that right away, right? So that these are all the properties of a good website. I have seen websites which are so confusing that once you land on them, sometimes you just have no idea where to go or go to basically find that stuff. On top of that, they may not even have a good search option. So those are bad websites. So if you're building a new website as a marketer, you have to ensure. Now, you just have to ensure that the website is mobile responsive. It's not your job to make it mobile responsive. It's a job of your developers who will do that. Okay, but you need to be basically passing on the right information to people. Palak just said that she can't hear. So can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, all right. So yeah, she can also hear it now. So must have been some problem on your end. No worries. Okay, so now websites can, in order to create websites, you basically have to buy a domain name, and then you have to create the website using some sort of a content management system like WordPress, and both have their pros and cons, which we'll basically learn a little bit later in the course. But two things. If you want to make a website, you first have to have a domain name, so something.com, right? And for that, you typically do stuff like you go to godaddy.com, for example, and you figure out whether the website is available or not. So, for example, you let's say you start to you're planning to start a company and you want to start off a website. You think of a good name of your website. So, for example, I don't know, Bluefish Marketing, for example. And then you search if that domain name is available or not. Chances are it won't be available. So somebody has already taken it, but Bluefish Marketing and some random name. Of course, nobody will choose a name like this, but just to show you. So you see that a website domain name is available. So you go ahead and add to cart and you buy it for about the actual price will be close to 600 rupees for an year. So this is how you buy a domain name, okay? And so yes, Yash has a suggestion, petslooks.com, okay? Well, let's search for it since you said that, petslooks, and let's see if that's available. That's also taken, right? So sorry for you, Yash. Unless you have taken it, bad luck for you. Somebody else has already taken it. But anyway, so this is the idea here. You search for a domain name, you buy it, so a name that you like, and if it's already taken, you change it to something else, or you add something, something else. For example, you may do a the pets looks, or instead of .com, you may want to go for .in. For example, in this case, you see .in is available. .com is not available, or .co.in is available, and so on. So that is how you decide on a domain name. So Shabik has a question. Can you explain the difference between domain name and web hosting? Yeah. So domain name is basically buying the name for your website. So whatever .com, that's your domain name. Now, when you build your website, there are all these files, right? There are these HTML files and JavaScript files and images and videos. Now, they all need to be hosted somewhere, right? You need some space somewhere where you can upload all these files, and that place is basically called a web server. So you have to buy some space on a web server, to buy, and that is what a hosting is. You basically need to buy it so that you can. So yes, you have to buy both of them. You have to buy a domain name as well as a hosting space. So depending on how big the website is going to be, you have to buy some space where you can upload all the website files, those HTML files or images or videos. If your site has videos, then you have to upload videos also. So that's what a hosting space is. Now, the good thing about this course here is that all of you guys will be getting your own websites. Okay, so in the beginning, all of you will have access to a brand new domain name of your choice. You'll be asked to choose a domain name, in one of the two portals, either from e-commerce industry or from a travel industry. So that's still being decided, but you guys will have your own domain names. All of you will have your own websites. So that's one of the best parts of this course is that as we do everything from scratch, right from the beginning, you'll be able to actually implement that on your own websites. So at the end of the course, you will have a full-fledged website of your own that you can actually then continue to promote, okay? So it will start off by you guys having your own domain, your own hosting. A website will be set up for you guys, and you will have access to your own websites, okay? And then every single thing about digital marketing, so right from putting content on it, to promoting it on search engines, to advertising for it, or promoting it on social media, or doing email marketing with it, or mobile marketing with it, or affiliate marketing with it. Every single thing that we will teach over here will be practically implemented on your own websites. So that's one of the most exciting things about the course, that at the end of it, you guys will have your own own perfectly working websites that you can continue to promote and continue to make profit off, if you like. So here's a question from Akash. What is the cost for taking a hosting? So like I said, for buying a domain name, so buying a .com, you spend close to 600 rupees for a whole year. Hosting space basically is charged on a monthly basis, and it starts from as little as, I believe, 300 rupees per month. So again, this is something that we'll go into detail through the actual course, but I can actually open it up for you. So if you go to one of the more popular hosting websites, which is HostGator right here, and if you go to the pricing, so right now they are, this is where it starts. You can see that this starts off at 222 rupees per month, and if you're going for a very basic website, a smallish website, then this plan is perfectly all right. In fact, they also have a discount running right now, 45% off on web hosting. So that's excellent. Anyway, so coming back, so like I said, this course is really different from any other course that you find in the market, because this is completely hands-on, completely practical, and like I said, you guys will be motivated enough to work on this, because you will have your own websites that you can work on, which you'll get to keep after the end of the course as well. All right. So, and then of course we'll be building WordPress. We're building the website using an easy-to-use platform like WordPress. WordPress is a CMS that allows you to create your website without knowing any kind of a coding. Okay. So you don't have to understand any coding, but you can use WordPress to create your websites from scratch. You can add pages, content, images, videos, anything you want. You can run your website completely easily without having the need for any coding. So that's what I was saying, Krishna. WordPress is a CMS. CMS stands for a content management system. It's actually a software. It's a piece of software that allows you to develop your whole website without having to know any sort of a coding. Okay. There are a lot of other CMSs like Drupal, Joomla, Magento, and so on. But WordPress happens to be the most popular because it's really easy to use. And out of almost out of every 5 websites in the world today, at least 3 of them have been made using WordPress. Okay. Palak is asking what is CMS. Palak, that's what I was answering right now. CMS stands for a content management system. It's a piece of software that is used to develop a website. So again, look it up on Google or YouTube and you'll understand more about it because we don't want to lose time talking about things not related to the course right now. So Vikram has a question, is digital marketing based on WordPress software? No, not at all. Digital marketing cannot be based on any software. Think about it. Digital marketing is all about strategy, is how you promote your website. Okay, and WordPress is used to develop websites. So there's no relation. There's nothing common between them, right? There's no relation between digital marketing and WordPress. Digital marketing is a strategy. WordPress is a software used to make websites, okay? All right, so so you either design a good website from scratch, or if there's an existing website, then you perform an audit of the website. Okay, an audit is basically checking the website out, analyzing it for any problems that it may have. Okay, so as a digital marketer, if you take on any project and if you are given a website, then the first thing that you need to do is perform a complete audit of the website, understand what is wrong with the website, or what is problematic with the website, or what else you can do on the website to make it a little bit more user friendly or a little bit more marketing friendly. Okay, what all strategies you can implement and so on. So this is what audit means, and there are a lot of different tools available for auditing your website. Tools like Google Analytics, which tell you some real solid information like who are the people coming to your website, where are they coming from, what pages do they see on the website, how long do they stay on the website, where do they click, whether they buy or they do not buy, and stuff like that. So you get to understand everything about your website's visitors using Google Analytics. And there are a lot of these other tools that you'll basically use to understand what is happening with your website and what all is right or wrong with it. So Google Analytics is basically a tool provided by Google, which allows you to keep track of every activity that happens on your website, everything that happens on a website. Like I just said, it tells you who are the people who came to the website. And when I say who, it doesn't tell you the name or the addresses, but basically it tells you stuff like where are they coming from, which country, which location, and so on. And then once they come to your website, what do they do on the website? Which pages do they see? How long do they stay on the website? How many pages do they see? How long they stay on a certain page? Do they watch a video? Do they download a PPT? Do they buy or do they do not buy? So it tells you everything about your audience, about your website visitors. Okay, and there are a lot of such other tools available. Google Analytics is an important part of any marketer's arsenal. It's one of the most crucial tools to understand and grow your business properly, because you need data to understand what's working for your website and what's not working for your website. And all this data is provided by Google Analytics. And if you look at this data in the right way, then you also get to figure out what are the actions that you need in order to make more profit from your website. So Google Analytics is all about providing you actionable insights and actionable data about your website, which you can use to further improve and increase your revenues. Okay. Then we need to be able to be visible on Google search. This is the first and the most important thing. It's called, anybody who needs any information these days basically goes out on the Google and searches for it, right? So if you're looking for a dentist, for example, you just simply go to Google and do something like, dentist near me. And you get all these results here. Some of them are ads. So here's a practical, here's an ad right here. And then you got these organic results. So these are organic results. These are not ads, and you cannot pay for these results. You cannot pay to get into one of these spots, but you can pay to show up your and there's something about my machine right now, remind me later. Okay, so you got an ad right here, and then you got some organic results. So this is a paid result, okay? So you can pay. Remember when I searched for pizza, for example? And I searched for buy pizza online, right? So I was seeing, I see two different ads over here, right? So these are paid ads, and you can actually run paid ads to show your ads over here. And these are organic results. These are basically shown by Google. What Google thinks is the best result for the keyword that you search for here. Okay, so you need to be visible on search engines, and there are two ways in which you can do it. One, you can either pay for an ad at the top, and we'll see this later on, but it's very, very affordable. If you think that you're a small business and you will not be able to afford it, then you'll be wrong. If you do it the right way, you can actually run your ads here for a very, very low price. At times, one of these ads are being run for as little as 50 paise, 60 paise, and so on. Okay, so these are very cheap, and they are highly measurable, and they give you the best results as well. So again, anyway, I'll come back to this shortly. So there are two ways or two places in which you can be on search engine. One, via paid ads. One, organically or naturally on the search engines. So that's what we have here. If you pay for it, you are basically doing search engine marketing. So search engine marketing is a part of digital marketing. And then you have search engine optimization, or SEO, which again is a part of digital marketing. Okay. So let's start off with search engine marketing, okay, SEM. And SEM is basically running paid ads on the search engine. And when we talk about search engines, we basically focus on Google, because Google is the biggest search engine with close to 80% of share when it comes to searches online. And running your ads here on Google is basically called search engine marketing. And it's also called AdWords. So AdWords. So ads are run on Google search engine via this tool called Google AdWords, and Google AdWords is again a part of this course. So you get to learn about Google AdWords in much more detail over here. Niket has a question. Paid ads are less trustworthy as compared to organic ads. Well, yes, that can be true in some cases. Okay, when I am looking for information, for example, if I'm looking for taxi service from New Delhi Airport, for example, and if I see an ad, I think that's fine, because I'm looking for a specific bit of information, and I don't have any problem searching for it. Similar to that as order food online, for example. Order food online. I get an ad from fastfoods.com. Sometimes I get an ad from Zomato. Or if I'm looking for pizza, let's say Pizza Hut, for example. I see an ad from Pizza Hut right now. There's nothing wrong with it, right? It's not a question of not being trustworthy. So it depends on the kind of information that you are looking for. Yeah, in some cases, you may want to trust the organic results as opposed to this. For example, let's say you're searching for best SEO company, for example. Okay. Now, if I don't see any ads right now, so let's say best digital marketing agency. Again, I don't see any ad here. Let me do this. Let me close this, and in order to see ads, let me implement something new. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. You'll see that in the classes later on. So if I do something like SEO company now, I should be able to see some ads. Yeah. So I search for SEO company, I'm seeing these 4 ads right now. Now in this case, I may not want to go with these ads. I may actually look for the free or the organic results, okay? Because I'm looking for the best SEO company. So I would rather believe what Google tells me is the best company rather than this guy telling me that I'm the best company or this guy telling me I'm the best company, okay? So best SEO company, I would actually believe what Google tells me, right? Rather than Directive Consulting telling me that, hey, I'm the best company, or this guy 180 Fusion telling me that, hey, I'm the best company, and so on, okay? So we don't want to do that. Now, these ads are very effective if done the right way. Like I said, they can get very cheap, and they actually work so well because these ads are pay-per-click ads. And these ads are PPC ads. So what does PPC mean? In case you don't know, see, I just searched for something and I got these 4 ads, right? Now, so far, none of these guys, Directive Consulting or 180 Fusion or 10 Best SEO or search engine or searchlaboratory.com, none of these guys have paid anything to Google so far. Okay, they've not paid a single dime to Google so far. They will pay to Google only if somebody clicks on their ads. Now, when I clicked on this ad, now, sorry, Directive Consulting. So these guys just paid some money to Google, okay, just because I clicked on that ad, okay? So pay-per-click basically stands for that, pay per click. You pay to Google only when somebody clicks on your ad, okay? Now, this is a perfect example. So when you search for something like, let's say you are bidding on this keyword, buy pizza. And let's say you are a Zomato, for example, and your ad shows up over here, okay? Your ad shows up. Now, if somebody clicks on it, it's very likely that people will go ahead and buy from you, okay? I would say out of 100 people, I would say at least 40 to 50 people will actually go ahead and buy from it. So you may be, so your ads here are going to be very, very, profitable right now, because if somebody doesn't click on your ad, you don't pay anything. If somebody clicks on your ad, chances are very high that this guy will actually go ahead and buy it, because again, they are targeting the right people at the right time at the right place. Okay, so that's what the power of digital marketing is. And like I said, they only need to pay if somebody clicks on their ad. Okay, so let's say that they're paying 1 rupee per click. Okay, and let's say 100 people click on their ads, so they pay 100 rupees to Google. Okay, out of those 100 people, I'm pretty sure that at the minimum, at least 30 will go ahead and buy whatever they want to buy there, right? And if each of them buys worth rupees 100, for example, they still make 3,000 rupees by paying just 100 rupees, right? So that's what the advantage of pay-per-click marketing is. Okay, so again, that's what pay-per-click marketing is. It's very quick to set up, and in our AdWords classes, we actually will set up the paid ads just like this. And you guys, like I said, you'll have your own websites, and EduPristine will actually be giving you the money to run these ads. Okay, so you'll all get access to an AdWords account with some preloaded amount into it, so you can actually run these ads live and actually see these ads working for you. Okay, so nothing beats this. This is one of the most practical ways in which you can actually learn something. Okay, then the next, the other way in which you can be available or you can be seen on Google is via search engine optimization. Like I said, SEO is all about these natural results. So Google looks at millions of pages, billions of websites in the world, and those millions of pages everywhere. It looks at those pages and determines which site or which website should be ranked in the first place for this particular keyword, buy pizza, okay? And Google gives you the best results depending on what you're searching. So there's a science behind it. How does Google do this? They're like in this case, you can see that there are these many results. So intense hundreds, 1,000, 10 lakh, 10 lakh. So there are about 82 lakh pages out here. And Google decides that this page should be the first ranked page among these 82 lakh results, okay? So how does Google do this? So of course, there's a formula that Google uses. There's an algorithm which Google runs, and search engine optimization is all about learning all those strategies, learning all those formulas, trying to understand the algorithms used by Google so that you can optimize your website to be ranked on the first page of Google, okay? So the aim of SEO is to make sure that your site gets ranked on the first page of Google, and preferably on the first 3 places, because majority of the clicks happen in the first 3 places, okay? And I'm pretty sure that you guys rarely ever go to the second page or the third page. I don't know when was the last time I had to go to the third page. I sometimes do go on the second page when I'm looking for, when I'm researching something and looking for more information. But when I'm really looking for some information, I think more often than not, first page is more than enough for me. Okay, so now Aishwarya has a question, how to make it. I'm sorry, I didn't get the question, Aishwarya. How to make what? Niket, yes, I'll go into the Q&A session very soon. There's just a few more slides remaining. I'll wrap them up and we'll get in the Q&A section. So that's what SEO is. And then somebody asked about content marketing. So yes, content marketing is the very core of marketing. Everything that you try to do on via digital marketing, whether you are promoting your website via ads, or whether you are writing good emails, or whether you're writing good blog posts, it all has to do about content marketing. You know, and I told you about the customer journey as well, and that, you know, you have to be writing content or creating content which basically drives people from one stage to another. So that's what content marketing is all about, and that's what it will do for us. Ashwar has a question, rank in the first page. Of course, I can't show you how to do this in just a matter of few minutes, right, Ashwar? So that's what you learn in the SEO class. So we have 2 full days of SEO. In fact, I'll show you the curriculum in just a few moments. So we have a full class on 2 full days of SEO that we learn, about 10 hours of SEO, and that will that's where you learn everything about ranking websites on the first page of Google. Okay, so moving on. And then, of course, there's social media. Social media is, again, very powerful. And the reason we use social media is because, you know, as marketers, you want to send your message to where people are, right? You want to find a place where a lot of people come together so that you can actually, spread your message to a very wide audience in one time, right? And that's why social media is so important, because everybody is on Facebook. It's very easy to target a lot of people at one time on Facebook. If you run an ad on Facebook, a lot of people are going to see it. If you're a business and if you're targeting other businesses, then LinkedIn is a perfect place, because, you know, that's a place where all the business professionals like to be. Okay, Twitter again is a very popular social media channel, and if you can, and it's very easy to promote your content via social media also. So social media marketing is going to be all about promoting your content via social media. Again, both organically or naturally, and via paid ads. And then, like I said, Google Analytics will be there. Google Analytics will actually tell you everything about your website. So here's a screenshot. Here's a screenshot from Google Analytics. This is how it looks like. It has tons of reports on everything that you need to understand about your website visitors and your website, and this will help you understand some meaningful information about your website. Like I said in the beginning, it tells you how many people came to your website, how much time they spent on the website, what pages they saw, from where did they come, like did they come from a search engine or did they come via social media. So you get to know which of your channels are working well. If you see that majority of the people coming from social media are buying and majority of the people coming from Google are not buying, then you know there's some problem with your ads on Google, for example, and then you may want to change that. So all this action you can only take if you understand your website visitors and their sources very well, and that is what Google Analytics will tell you. And then paid advertisement, like I showed you with search engine marketing, you get all these ads at the top of Google. So that's this is kind of a repeat of the previous slide. We also be running paid ads on social media. So social media again is full of ads. Even though people don't go to buy, go to social media to buy. For example, I don't go to Facebook to buy anything, but it's a great place to actually increase your brand presence. And a lot of time you see some really interesting ads on social media and you go ahead and click through it and buy stuff, right? So anytime you log into social media, for example, chances are that you'll find something that that you'll be interested in buying, okay? So let me log into my own channel, for example, quickly. And the best part about it is highly targeted. A lot of time you see ads which are, for example, this one. Okay, this is an ad right now. Okay, and this is all about running online hiring event on May 12th for software architects. So it's pretty much relates to the industry which I'm working in currently, and therefore they have chosen the right person to show this ad to. Okay, you guys may see some other ads. So a lot of times there are a lot of these ads on social media, which are basically, and again, this is, look at this. I'm teaching you guys about SEO, right? Search engine optimization. And here's an ad right now about search engine marketing, search engine optimization. So you see backlinks and stuff. This guy is looks like he's an SEO guy. So see how easy it is to find the right people on social media. When you create your ads, you'll be given a lot of opportunities to just target the right kind of people. So you're not blindly running your ads. You're running your ads to people who are most likely to respond to those ads. So either people who are interested in it, or people who are looking for that, or people who are already working in that field, and so on, right? So if somebody who has never been interested in SEO, he will never see this ad. But I'm seeing this ad because I constantly work in the SEO field, and therefore the targeting here is perfect, and I might be interested in this, right? So this is the power of digital marketing. Okay, so these are some of the main steps that we will be carrying out on as digital marketers. So creating and auditing a website, so search engine marketing or SEM, search engine optimization or SEO, content marketing, social media, and of course there'll be a lot of other things. In fact, if you go to the EduPristine website, not this, so if you check out the digital marketing course here, at the bottom of it, there is a full detail on the course curriculum. So you see that we start off with an introduction to digital marketing, and then there are 2 days of SEO, search engine optimization, followed by mobile marketing and optimization. We have 3 days of SEM, search engine marketing, followed by 3 days of social media marketing, and then email marketing. We have marketing automation, we have affiliate marketing, funnel marketing, website, web analytics, which is basically Google Analytics. We have, again, content marketing and conversion rate optimization. And then we also have a very important soft skill training. Okay, so this basically gets you ready for facing these interviews from other companies, and this makes you ready for taking your skills to the next level. So this is, again, you can see it in more detail on the EduPristine website. Okay, so some of the major challenges that you'll focus as a digital marketer, we'll address those as well. So how do you optimize different things? How do you attribute the success of any marketing to a specific channel, and so on? We'll look at all of that throughout these courses. We'll also look at the various industries that use digital marketing, and we'll look at a lot of case studies from each of these industries that will help you further understand how all of these challenges were tackled in digital marketing. Okay. Again, if you talk about career opportunities, I guess this is a very common question that you guys will have. So some of the digital marketing typically creates, I think this is a slightly older figure, it creates, it's bound to create about 2.5 lakh jobs in the next 2 years. And right now there's a huge shortage of skilled people when it comes to digital marketing. So there's a lot of opportunity over here. And like I said in the beginning, whether you're a student or a business person trying to manage his own business, or somebody working in some different field and trying to switch, digital marketing is going to be, valid for all of you. So Yash has a question, what is the salary of a digital marketer? The next slide will basically throw some light on it. You can work basically as one of these designations. So digital marketing manager, SEO manager, SM specialist, digital sales, and so on. The salary will of course depend on company and the industry and the experience and some other factors. But the next slide basically has some idea about salaries in some of these fields. So if you're working as a digital marketer, somebody who specialized in all of the digital marketing activities like SEO and social media and content marketing and PPC, then these are the typical starting salaries for these positions. So if you're starting out as an executive, for example, you may expect something close to 3 to 4 lakhs. But if you are experienced and working as and applying as a manager level position, then it's actually more than that. So 12 to 15 lakhs is not difficult at all. But if you're now, this is for everybody who is skilled in more than one skill set. But you can also specialize in any one of these. If you feel that you like SEO the most, you can go for SEO or content marketing only. If you think that you have good writing abilities, you can only focus on content marketing. If you think social media is what excites you, you can go into social media. If you want to only go for pay-per-click marketing, you can go for PPC. Or if you want to just promote yourself as an analyst, as a web analyst, then this is what you have. So tons of opportunities. There are so many positions open and so many opportunities available when it comes to digital marketing. Again, just give me a couple of seconds, just one more minute. I'll wrap this up, and then all the questions will be open to you guys. So here's the overview of the digital marketing. It's the master's program in digital marketing. It's one of the most complete programs that I have seen over time. I'm not directly affiliated with EduPristine. I don't work for them. I work for a different company. I actually work as a vice president for digital marketing at an IT company. But I have been associated with them for a very long time as a visiting faculty, and I take some of their online classes and the weekend classes. And I've interacted with a lot of other industries, a lot of other businesses, and I've never come across a marketing program which is as complete as this. So that's something I can give you from as a very honest opinion after being associated with them from such a long time. So it consists of 25 plus modules. Where like I said, you guys will be provided access to your own websites. In most other places, there's a dummy website which most people work on. That's not the case here. You'll actually be given a brand new, actual, real website that you get to work on. You'll have lots of after-course engagement. Like I said, I said in the beginning as well, if you plan to run your ads on AdWords or Facebook or any social channel, you'll have budget as well. Lots of tools will be provided along the way that you can use to actually improve your websites. Of course, there's customer support available all the time. You can ask questions that you want. Marketing tools. There is total of, I believe, 120 plus hours of teaching throughout the entire course. Again, the EduPristine site, like I showed you, let me close this. The EduPristine site, which I showed you earlier, has all this information. So these are all the various modules. And each class is for 5 hours, so you can check all the information out. So again, these are some of the benefits of attending this program, which more or less I explained to you as we went through the PPT. So like I said, there will be practical sessions and focus on soft skills, and of course there is going to be 100% placement assistance. So EduPristine also has a placement cell, and they get in some really good marketing companies or businesses to come in and hire people directly. So that's another option that you guys have. Okay, so again, this is something about EduPristine. You can read about it if you like. And with that, we have the question and answer session open. Ask any question that you may want to have. Okay, so the questions have started coming in. The fees, well, I believe you can speak to somebody at EduPristine. Like I said, I'm a visiting faculty over here, so I'm not really positioned well to explain the fee structure. And there is something on the website. I think there is a course fee mentioned over here, but I believe there are some other options available, other modules and other packages available. So please speak to somebody at EduPristine. In fact, somebody from EduPristine will get in touch with you, so you can ask that question about the fees. Niket has a question. Do you teach techniques of white hat and black hat SEO? Well, Niket, if you are aware of white hat and black hat, you know that black hat doesn't work these days. It can work for a short while, but again, if you get caught, your site will get penalized and it's very hard to recover. So we only teach you the white hat. We of course do mention what are black hats, and we do mention all these techniques, and we basically ask you to stay away from any of the black hat techniques. Akash has a question. How did you get our email ID to send us the email about your webinar? Well, Akash, that's a way that companies today, any company today is using to generate leads. You might have visited the EduPristine website sometime earlier, and you might have submitted your email address. I believe there's a pop-up that appears on the site which accepts information like that, or you may have done it at some other website. It could happen in a number of different ways. So again, how exactly your email came into picture, I'm not really sure of that. Okay, more questions. Let me see. So Nishant has a question. Can you elaborate on online reputation management? So yes, online reputation management is something that you will see in this class. In fact, one of the sessions we do talk about online reputation management. So it's all about maintaining your reputation online. Any company which is online cannot afford to have bad reviews about it, or bad publicity or negative publicity about it. So online reputation is all about handling all these bad publicities, and then overturning them so that they can you can either get them converted into positive, or you basically avoid getting into the darker side of the internet. You basically avoid getting negative publicity, and if you have negative publicity, how do you overcome it? How do you solve it? So again, lots of questions coming in very quickly. Let me try to see if I can answer as many of them. Jiva says, I have around 10 years of experience in public relations. Will I be considered as a fresher in digital marketing? See, work experience always counts. If you have 10 plus experience, 10 plus years of experience, then it's definitely going to count. Of course, you'll have to showcase your own particular skills as well, and that is where again this course comes in very handy, because like I said, right from the beginning, you have your own website which will act as your your portfolio, as your that can basically showcase all the skills and your experience in digital marketing. So that will definitely help you. Krishna says, what is the role of digital marketer? Well, Krishna, that was the entire purpose of this PPT. I told you what are the different roles that a digital marketer plays, right? These are all the different activities that the digital marketer plays. So digital marketer's job is basically to promote their products or services online. So any company has digital marketers who are basically responsible for promoting their products and services online via any of these techniques that you saw in the PPT, be it SEO or SEM or email marketing or any of these things. Gulam says, what is the fee structure? Again, I answered that question a little while ago. Somebody will get in touch with you, and they will answer you. Akash says, you're great. Okay, thank you, Akash. Thanks a lot. Shefali says, for how long we can keep the website which you would be creating? That website will be yours forever, Shefali. So you'll get to keep that forever. So once the course is done, it will be a part of your portfolio, or it can be something that you can take forward and maybe even work on it full time. I mean, who knows? Suneet says, can social media marketing create good conversation? Of course it can. So, social media is one of the perfect places to actually increase your brand visibility, your brand reputation, and strike a good conversation with different kind of people. So social media is perfect for that. Again, we'll talk about all of that in our social media classes. So social media will revolve around four main things. Social listening, where you listen to what everybody is talking about you on the internet. It will be about social social influencing, so that you become influencers in your particular field with content. It will be about social networking, where you network with the right people, and then also about social selling, so that you can sell online. So social listening, social networking, social influencing, and social selling. We'll talk about all these four things in our social media marketing classes. Yes, Bhumi, it's a master's course, and you'll get a certificate for that. Govinda says, being an MBA in finance, can I pursue this course? Of course, if you're doing an MBA, it's actually a perfect foil for you, because it definitely adds a lot to your skills, makes your MBA knowledge even more beneficial, because you can transfer all that knowledge into the digital realm. So yes, it will be extremely valuable for you. In fact, I wish I had done my MBA to get more insights, and to and that would have helped with my marketing as well. Krishna says, what is affiliate marketing? So affiliate marketing is where we promote, so you can work as a freelancer in affiliate marketing, and you can promote somebody else's product, and you get paid a certain commission for that. So you don't have to have your own company or your own products. You can promote somebody else's product. And there are a lot of people who are looking for marketers to promote their services and products, right? So you can promote their products, and you can get paid a certain amount of commission for that. Abhishek says, whatever you spoke, is it all relevant for BTC, B2C? No, it's relevant for anything. B2C, B2B, C2B, C2C. It's relevant for everything. Jiva says, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Nishad says, can you suggest me what topics to be covered in 9th and 10th grade in digital marketing courses? 9th and 10th grade, I'm not really sure, Nishad. What 9th and 10th grade are talking about, if you can just explain that. Ashura says, I'm an engineering graduate having no idea of digital marketing. Well, that's not true, Ashura. You now have some knowledge about digital marketing. I hope this PPT at least has given you some information. And yes, it's helpful for anybody, right? I mean, I answered that question a few times already. Someday in the future, if you want to run your own business, then of course you absolutely need to know digital marketing. If you're working for some other company, it's add a lot of weight to your own profile. So it's valuable for everybody. Yes, as a similar question, go for what, MBA or digital marketing? I'm confused. Well, see, if you're going for a professional course like MBA, it always helps. I would recommend that if you're thinking of MBA, go for it. But it will make a lot of sense to actually make it even more useful by combining it with digital marketing. Because these two tie in very well together. Akash has a question. Sir, I have a Facebook page, Success Mantra for Leaders. It contains a lot of motivational content. Can you specify it to the list? Well, Akash, sorry, no promotions here. Cannot promote it to other people. So sorry about that. Gulam, what is the role and impact of digital marketing in health life sciences? Gulam, see, the applications of digital marketing are valid anywhere. I mean, what you're trying to achieve, digital marketing, is reach out to a set of audiences, right? You have a message, you want to promote something, and you want to promote it to the right people, right? And that is applicable for any industry, whether it's selling a software, whether it's selling a t-shirt, or whether it's selling fruits or vegetables, or whether it's about health and life sciences. You have a message, right? And you want to send that message to somebody out there, and the best way of reaching out to the right people is via digital marketing. So digital marketing has a profound role and impact in any industry. Ashura says it was a nice and useful webinar. Thank you, Ashura, and I'm glad you liked it. Sachin has a question. How important is content and links in order to SEO? Extremely important. Backlinks are the pillars of search engine optimization, or SEO, and a lot of it has to do with good, high quality content. So content is the king right now, right? And you cannot do without content. We have, my company, I have a team of about 20 content writers helping us to promote content for all our products and services. So content is very crucial for that. Karan has a similar question. Is MBA marketing valuable? Yes, valuable? Yes, of course. I explained that a few times. You're welcome, Anju. So Govinda says, thanks for this. I'm planning for business. How could I get it online? Well, learn digital marketing. EduPristine is there to help you with that. So you learn everything that is that you need to promote your business. Nishad says 9th and 10th school students. Nishad, I think that's out of scope for 9th and 10th school students. Digital marketing, I don't think is a part of any school curriculum these days, at least not for 9th and 10th grade students. I haven't seen it in the CBSE or the ICSE curriculum, so I don't think it's relevant for them. Sabha says, thanks, sir, it was a great session. Thank you, Sabha, it was wonderful to have you. Krishna says, class will be online or offline. Well, both are available depending on your choice and your availability. You can opt for either online or offline. Akash says, will the digital marketing be helpful to my own business? Pretty sure, yes, Akash. Based on all the discussion that we have had so far, I'm pretty sure that, yes, it will be helpful to your business. What topics can be covered for school students in 9th and 10th class marketing? Nishat, you know what, maybe there's a slight mismatch of oh, something fell down. Slight mismatch here. So one of our consultants will be in touch with you, so you can further explain your requirements to them, and I think that will help you out. because I'm not sure what exactly you mean by topics covered for 9th and 10th school students. So I believe there's some sort of a mismatch here. Sachin, what is the importance of keywords in content marketing? Well, keywords are important because you need to understand what people are searching for online, right? You need to know if you're selling used cars, for example, you know that most people will be searching for used cars or second-hand cars as opposed to pre-owned cars, right? So you need to find the right keyword. You need to understand what people are really searching for so that you can create right content around that. And our SEO class will focus heavily on these keywords, how to find the right keywords, what are the different tools that you can use to find these keywords, and so on. Well, yes, Gulam, you're welcome. Thank you. Yes, is post-graduation mandatory after DM diploma? No, it's not. Vikram says, thank you very much to give me knowledge of digital marketing webinar. Well, you're welcome. Niket says, content is fire and social media is gasoline. Yes. Abhishek, yeah, thank you. Thank you, you too. Will this webinar be recorded and shared to us? Again, I'm not sure about that. Webinars are recorded, yes. So please speak to the when the course counselors will be speaking with you, you can ask this question to them. Minimum qualification for this course, I don't think there's any minimum qualification, Krishna. If you are willing and ready to join, you can start learning at any stage. Govinda says, thank you, sir, you're great. Can I connect with them? Of course, feel free to do that, and you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you to Nishat. Glad you liked the session. Thank you, May. Bye-bye, Akash. Akash has a question. What is your age? That's a bad question. You know, we shouldn't be asking people their age. But well, yeah, I am. Officially I'm 37. I mean, age-wise, I'm 37, of course. Was born in 1981. But I feel a lot younger than that. Karan, yeah, you're welcome, Karan. Welcome, Dheeraj. Gulam has a question. I'm doing research work on nanoparticles drug delivery system. Wow, that sounds interesting. Anything that has the word nano in it, that sounds very interesting to me. Nanoparticles definitely sounds interesting. And drugs delivery system, I believe it's a process where you inject something into the body, and it basically gets into your veins, and from there it allows nanoparticles to basically distribute the drugs much more evenly and much more properly into the bloodstream, right? Yeah, so I've heard about that. That's a very interesting field, Gulam. That's really interesting. Thank you, Nilu. You're welcome. Akash, what is the scope of digital marketing in Indian agriculture? Well, again, it will depend on what you're really trying to achieve. Like I said, if you have a message and if you want to find the right people to deliver this message to, or if you want to reach out to the right people, then digital marketing is one of the best mediums. And given the penetration of internet these days, even the smallest towns in India right now are connected heavily with internet. I guess it makes it even more useful. Niket says, how many live projects will we get? See, every class will be live project because, like I said, everything is going to be practical. Most of the faculties here are already working, somewhere else as these are real digital marketers who are going to be teaching you, whether it's me or somebody else. So they have hands-on experience of digital marketing, right? And whatever they teach you is going to be actually what they use in real world with a lot of success. Okay, so for you guys, it will be really valuable to going to digital marketing, and each of these classes they will have a practical live hands-on session for anything that you're learning. So each of these modules that they are being taught is being taught in a practical way. So you'll get live projects in every single class actually. Akash has a question. Webinar is your app? No, it's not our app. It's actually a third-party tool. It's one of the most popular ones. It's called GoToWebinar. It's one of the most popular webinar software. Jiva says session was very informative. Thanks. You're welcome, Jiva. Glad you liked it. So I guess we have reached the end of the session. I really hope you guys enjoyed the session. It was a fairly short session, but I hope you guys were able to understand digital marketing a little bit better. And of course, I hope to meet you guys again in one of the future classes, and there we'll have a lot more information. Safar says, please tell me about programmatics. So it's not programmatics, it's programmatic buying. Okay, so it's all about, so if you have a website and if you want to run ads on your website and if you want to make the maximum profit from it, then you need to go into programmatic buying. So this is a system where you will be able to set up a process on your website where anyone who wants to run ads on your website is able to run an auction, and the one with the highest, one who bids the highest basically gets a spot on your website. So it's all about making the maximum revenue from your website via ads. So if you have a website where you're blogging, for example, and you get a lot of visitors and you want to make money from it, then the best way is to start running ads on your website. And there are a lot of sites, a lot of networks which want to run ads on these websites. So you can with programmatic buying, you can basically set it up so that the most profitable of these sites are able to run ads on your website so that you make the maximum profit out of it. Funnel basically is a way to bring together everything. So funnel is basically setting up an automatic process on your website so that you can keep track of your visitors right from when they land on your website all the way to the conversion. So it's a way of setting up a automated system on your website to increase the number of people that you that you get on your website, to increase the number of leads, and to increase the number of conversions, the sales that you make. Akash says, "Sir, ये melody इतनी chocolatey क्यों है?" Well, I would say that if you are eating this melody alone, then only you can understand why it is, because you just made me feel hungry by mentioning chocolate. So all I can say is melody खाओ और खुद जान जाओ. All right, guys. So that's it. Let's wrap up. And I really enjoyed this session. So some really interesting questions coming from you guys. It was fairly informative. I totally enjoyed it, and I really look forward to seeing you guys again. Sorry, Govinda, your question again, please. Yeah, bye, Gulam. See you again. Anju says, hats off to you to handle silly questions. Well, no, Anju, none of these questions were silly, really. It makes sense when somebody wants to learn something new about technology which is not, which has not had much experience on. It's okay to ask questions, any question that you feel like. No question is silly as long as it's intended to, solve a problem or a question that you have. So I was happy to answer these questions. Govinda says, doing DM from abroad or locally. You can do it from anywhere, Govinda. That doesn't really matter. So yes, EduPristine does offer these classes to anybody, even outside, abroad, classes abroad. So that should not be a problem. Yes, Anju, that was silly. I agree with that. But a little bit of fun is all right. So that breaks the monotony. Akash says, sir, how can we stop our distractions when we want to learn anything? Well, again, there are a lot of things you can do about it, really. Maybe this is not the right time to delve into that because that will take a really long time for that also. Maybe in one of the next sessions we can handle that. I can offer some tips that will help you maximize your learning times, so don't worry about it. Yeah, thank you, Govinda. Niket says, sir, how many tools we will be using? So there will be a few tools. I can't really recall all of them, but I think every session, every module that we're doing, there will be a few tools that will help you automate some things that will make it easy for you to work on. So yes, we will tell you these tools as you start learning, in these classes. All right, so that's it. Let's wrap it up. Like I said, I had a wonderful time with you guys, and I hope to see you guys again. So so take care and all the best to you guys.
Hi all.
Kiran says,
Yeah. Hi Chandan, very thank you to you. It was a lovely session. We really enjoyed it. It was nice and informative.
thank you.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Hi guys, I am Suman Bhute. I'm a course counselor. I hope all your doubts and queries are solved. In case if you have any doubt, please ask. Chandan sir is online. He can answer your any doubts. Please ask. Okay, then I assume there are no queries. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being with us for online.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So guys, I would like to inform you something about EduPristine. EduPristine is a part of Ethereum Group, which is a New York Stock Exchange listed company. So if you have any queries related to a program, please ask. Feel free to ask me about the program. I can help you with. Anything you want to ask, please, guys.
So Abhijit, your question about what is black hat or white hat SEO is these are specific techniques that we carry out in SEO. So white hats basically refer to all the legal strategies or all the allowed activities which Google prefers you to use. Okay, and there are some illegal practices. Again, we'll learn about them in detail. So a lot of people try to rank as quickly as possible, and for that they use some strategies, some methods which Google does not allow. Google does not consider it legal, and those are called black hat SEO techniques. So in the SEO class, we'll talk about all of those in more detail. So which methods are white hat, which are allowed, and which other methods are black hat. We'll learn about all of them in much more detail. There's also something called gray hat, which is in between white hat and black hat. So again, I'll talk about the pros and cons of each of them, and why you should not be doing something, and which are the techniques that you should be doing. We'll talk about all of that in detail.
Thank you. Any more questions, guys? Please ask. Any questions? I guess there are no questions, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us, and hope we will see you again on the webinar. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you again.
Bye, sir. Sure.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.